How's it? Because the outtakes, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hey, how's it? I'm Travis Mendoza, and I'm born and raised here on Maui. And what was the next part? So yeah, I grew up in Catholic church, and one thing that was we always had to be quiet, and you would know kind of when church was almost pow. So how we got to Waipuna is my wife Ronnie accepted a job here as a preschool teacher with Karen, and they had I think it was Visions Weekend that came up, and then all the departments would go to this service and kind of explain, what was going on in their departments. And she was with the children's ministry or preschool, and so she went up and kind of just explained what was going on in the preschool. But seeing all the other ministries and everybody telling their stories, and just with the worship and the message, she thought that I would really like this church. So she came home and told me that we should check it out. I think that you really like it. So I went. I know one of our first weekends, I remember Kaipo was playing worship. And I know Kaipo from Kekaulike. He was always a youth pastor there and always hanging out with the kids there and stuff. So we had good history already. And then I know her now, but at the time I didn't know her. It was Nicole Marburger was in the front row, and she was so into the worship and cheering and stuff. And it was such good vibes. It was way different than what I've experienced in my younger church time. Just how exciting everything was, and everybody was happy. So I started playing music really young. Also, I was interested. I had uncles that played music, so that really caught my eye, and so I wanted to play also. So my mom, my first ukulele was actually like a little toy, plastic blue ukulele. So I just would play that thing every time. I would write songs and play the wrong chords and just play stuff for my family. And then it got into when I came like fourth grade at Mako school, there was a ukulele class. So we started to learn on nice ukuleles, and then you go to Kalama school. It was Mr. Camarillo before Mr. Uitaki took over. Had ukulele class there, and then all the way through high school. But I played kind of what you hear in the music now, like just like island music. Sometimes people would say like a Jawaiian or reggae, kind of a mix, a little bit of country, a little bit of island, a little bit of reggae kind of stuff. And so I've always played music like that, and I always enjoyed playing. And so when I saw Kaipo playing, he kind of had a little chant going on in one of his songs, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this. And so I actually went home, and then I kind of played a song. It was Lion and the Lamb, and I started to play it with like a kind of like a little bit more one drop beat. And I was like, oh, so I told one time Kaipo called me. He's like, hey, let's get together, let's jam. So he said, yeah, we're gonna try and do a church service at Oscar Rice Arena, Oscar Rice in the clubhouse. And so we were gonna try to start up a worship team. It's gonna be us. And like, oh yeah. So we were in. So we get together. What songs do we know? So we just choose a couple of songs that we feel good about playing. Had a little practice, and then I think the service started at 7 a.m. So I think we were there like 5:30 in the morning, setting up and practicing and stuff. And we were actually inside the clubhouse, like right by the kitchen. And I would think there was me, Kolike, Tasha, Kaipo, and Abby. I think there was five of us on stage. Probably three or four, first impression team, fair team. I think there was I think the whole service was servers. There was a couple from the family and friends that knew what we were doing that came in, but it just was our first time to start up, and it just continued to grow with in Makawao campus. From the inside of the clubhouse, we made our way to outside on the patio. For one thing, this is one I remember for sure, is that from the very first time when we got there, I know that place real good. I grew up, up country, and I just know that. Man, I looked at the field. I said, look how much we can park. Look how much people we can park here. God, thousands of people could come for a Sunday, and worship unto the Lord. Like it'd be crazy. Kaipo, we had that conversation several times. He's like, man, like so when we do have those big ones, I look back, and that's the biggest thing for me. I don't know. It makes sense. It kind of hits the spot. I feel like a bunch of people gathered in His name is a big thing. To me, I don't know. I just love it. I feel like we can fill up the arena for a rodeo and guys go out there and watch good rodeo competition, but to fill it up and end up singing pieces, it means a lot. like it's huge. I feel honored to be a part of it because coming where I came from, it's just I just one country boy play music.